by the way, I think I've found out what happened to the back glass. I mean, playfield glass. Yeah, it turned into diamonds. I'm Mike Dimas, and this is Pinball Shenanigans. Welcome back, boys and girls, to a new series. I am just taking my X-Files from the back room and moving it to its new location here, which involved me folding down the head, putting the thing on wheels, and wheeling it over here to find out that the head is not going to really fit doing it that way. So now I'm using the pump cart, taking off the legs, gonna lower it down, then lift up the head, and then pump it into this very awkward space here with ductwork, and you know, it's the most awkward spot in the basement. So I was over at storage today and was kind of contemplating what my next project will be, and I had a few ideas, and then I'm kind of just like peeking back here, like, why don't I do my big game? I've had this game for years, and it's already in the basement, and that was kind of like X-Files. It was back here, so why don't I keep on with that trend and start on big game? So yeah, it's convenient and ready to go. I picked this up, I don't know, let's guess 6 years ago, and someone had redone the paint on the cabinet. So it did a okay job. I mean, you can see the difference in the paint. There's kind of a lighter, glossier green. This is like a flat green. It's not quite the same color, but it looks okay. It's I can live with that. You know, we got the face painted as well, and for that reason, the side rails were loose, so I just pulled them off. The glass trim was loose, so I removed that. This piece of glass trim, yeah, that's also loose. And I can't recall why this lock bar is not locked in there, and where the playfield glass is, I have no idea. So guessing it didn't come with the playfield glass, maybe not even the lock bar, and I had to find one, but can't recall for sure. But yeah, so since I had this machine, I did go ahead and buy a new plastic set years ago, so that's ready to go. Found a couple drop targets, and I think Bruce Nightingale and I traded spinners because I think one of my spinners was incorrect, or was that for a different machine? Maybe that was for Catacomb or something. But these spinners look like they are correct, but there's a third spinner, isn't there? Let me think about this. There's those two guys. Maybe there's not a third spinner. Okay. We got some dust. That is from me storing it for several years in this basement. But today is the day I'm gonna wiggle it out of here. Now that I've half set up X-Files, it's going to be a little bit trickier to get this guy out of here, but I'll figure it out, hopefully, because otherwise, well, I could move X-Files completely right out of this space, but I just moved it in here, so we'll see. But yeah, so new project day, Big Game by Stern, 1980. Okay, looks like in order to get out Big Game, I'm going to have to take X-Files back out, so I'm going to do the shuffle. I'll be right back. Big Game has finally made its way out of the storage zones. I was wondering where the legs were, so got me a nice looking, I believe that looks original, set of stern legs. I thought they were a little more gray than silver, but throw on some new leg levelers there. Hopefully I have some in stock. Let's take a look at this back glass. Oh yeah, 7-digit display game. It's not too bad. I mean, there's some crackling going on. It's, for this era of stern, it's not that bad. I can live with it. But what did I recently restore? I did a Galaxy stern, Mystic by Stern. No, I mean Magic. So I've done a couple sterns recently. It's nice to mix it up. I was almost going to do Algar, which is a Williams game that they only made a few hundred of, but that'll have to wait for another time. Anyway, head was also repainted, so like I said, it's tolerable. I don't know how bad the original was. Oh, it looks like maybe this is original and they just painted the top portion and the frame there. That might be original. We'll have to take a closer look. And let's see on this side. No, I think that's all hand painted, but yeah, that's okay. And then let's take a quick peek at the playfield. We got a little bit of wear here. This is like so Jamie's game. She's so into Cincinnati Bengals, and at Cincinnati, Big Game was kind of like their theme game because it's, you know, Bengal Tiger. So Jamie can appreciate this machine theme. Well, except for the, you know, what is this all about? Shooting animals. So she actually might not approve after all. Anyway, any other wear? I wonder if my drop targets are all good. That would be nice if they were. A little bit of wear here, here. We got one Gottlieb flipper bat. Have to remedy that. And I'm surprised this plastic is not broken. This lane looks definitely a little wonky here. I think this one is broken off completely. I think that's pretty common for those to be mucked up on this game, so I'll have to figure out what the solution is, if they make replacement guides for that. Or you just leave it open, and it just makes it a little more difficult, which some tournaments are set for that. Pop bumper caps are a little faded, and one is missing the S on there. So maybe a new pop bumper cap set will be in order. But yeah, all in all, I don't see anything too concerning other than those brackets being mucked up. The apron is decent. I'll have to get some John G custom apron cards at some point. But yeah, that's what we're up against here. Just a thorough cleaning and shopping, and we'll go through all the mechanics, electronics, and cosmetics. I think this is small enough of an area that I will touch that up, because it wouldn't take much to make that look a little better. Alright, so now I'm gonna go ahead and finish setting up X-Files and then get into some big game. Oh yeah. Alright, X-Files has a new home. Just played a test game on it. Seems to be fine. I really hope I do not have any issues with it, because I cannot open the back box, and I can lift the playfield up to about yay high if I need to service anything. So maybe I should have put something a little more reliable in this space, because this is, you know, only played it a handful of times. Anyway, that's X-Files' new home for a while, and now it's time to get Big Game into the back room. Okay, so yesterday I got a text and ended up leaving the house in a hurry to go check out a Black Knight machine. That is the video I just posted, so you can check that out if you like. So I'm just getting back to Big Game project today. Last night, while I was waiting for a video to process, I stumbled down here and busted out my cart to move Big Game into the back room. And I was coming through here. Oh, too bad I didn't have this on camera. It would have been very shenanigans. I'm maneuvering around here, and the cart is like kind of pushing into the garbage can, which is kind of knocking over my Addams Family, which when I use one hand to try and stop that from happening, the cart like straightens up and I kind of lose a little bit of control of it, and the machine just stands straight up, but the playfield took a giant belly flop on the floor and made a big loud noise at, like, I don't know, 11:30 at night or something like that. I don't think Jamie woke up because I just asked her and she doesn't really recall. But and then I looked on the ground to see the damage, and this is what I found: a paintbrush and a rubber, and that was really about it. So I haven't really looked too closely, but honestly I think there was really no damage done. But let's see, I should zoom out a little bit. Oh my god, I'm stepping on Christmas ornaments. Okay, so yeah, this whole playfield flew out of the friggin' cabinet. Oh, there's where the rubber came from. That guy right there. And everything else appears to be intact. Oh yeah, the neck was coming a little loose, but that's not all that uncommon. It does look... I don't think that sustained any damage because that didn't move. So that was probably always been like that. So I'll probably wood glue that back on, beef that up a bit. My spinner brackets are kind of the tallest thing, and the pop bumpers, but yeah, all looks fine. So, them some shenanigans indeed. My first potential pinball catastrophe. Hey, look at that. It reset all the drop targets by doing that. Now I can see what they look like. What is that? 709? 4, 5, 6. Oh, 7, 8, 9. And we got half drops here. 1, 2, 3. Okay, you know what? All original drop targets? That is awesome. I do not like replacing Stern drop targets if I don't have to, because they just work so much better than the reproduction ones, as seen on my, what was it that I did? It wasn't Nugent, it wasn't Magic. Oh, my Galaxy. They're not resetting as they should, but probably some more tweaks I could do to make that more consistent. But anyway, I'm going to probably keep all these drop targets because, and then I can even touch them up with a little pen, get the numbers back on there a little better. But yeah, so, ooh, I'm finding some damage. This spinner ain't so spinny. Oh wait, there's a broken plastic in the way. No, that definitely, it's a little stiff. So, yeah, there. Those brackets got a little mushed, so very minimal damage. I can straighten that out, obviously. I was wondering why I bought a new plastic set, because everywhere I looked, every plastic was, like, perfect. I don't know. Until I got to this one. Like, okay, yeah, this one's bad. And then I noticed there's this one here, too, which is bad. But that's not too bad, all in all. But, yeah. Oops. Might as well give it the new plastic set. I'm not going to not do it. And who knows, maybe someone can use the old plastics. I can pop them up in my eBay store for, or you know, Facebook or something. I've sold some used sets here and there. And anyway, time to get this guy on legs. Clean up the legs a little bit. Get some new levelers. Hopefully I have some. And see if I can find my traditional 1 coin in this machine. You would have thunk it would have fallen out when the playfield fell out, but not necessarily. There's still hope. Okay, gave the legs a wash. I got some new leg levelers ready to go. And then I got thinking, you know, side rails are already off. The lock bar and the legs are basically screaming at me to be powder coated, don't you think? A nice orange tiger type color. There's a new powder coating place. Oh look, someone has touched up green here. And there. And here. Doesn't actually look that bad since there's multiple greens in this back glass. But yeah, there's a new powder coating place that is literally about a block away from me. They do, like, you know, mostly motorcycle stuff. But I popped in there one day and he said, yeah, he'll do anything metal. So, I don't know. The quality looks amazing. I just don't know what the price is going to be. But the convenience factor, having it so close, I think I'm going to have to go that route. So I'm not going to put on the legs, but I can still mess around with this guy. I can put it on my pump cart thingy and work on it that way. So I think that is the plan of attack. I'm going to see if Kevin might be able to work his magic on this lock bar. It's got some nicks and dings. Where was the worst of it? There's a little bit of a zinger there, and there, and there. On the front. But maybe I can see if Kevin can just make this look a little bit better so that when it's powder coated, it will look amazing. So that is the new plan. Okay, I just talked to Kevin and he said that he is cool to try and work his magic on this lock bar. Why aren't you focusing? So I thought I'd just pan over it so we can kind of see the before. Now, stern wide body lock bars have a seam in the middle. That's normal. Not concerned about that. Another zinger there. And then the edge is pretty crappy too. There's another. Another. That might just be part of the welding process though. And definitely not straight. So I should straighten this out really a little bit before I pass it on. But yeah, that's the before. So we'll see what happens. Alright, I've got Big Game on the cart so I can survey it, check it all out. Very dusty. I've got some cobwebs brewing back here. Oh, anything exciting to find in the cabinet back here? I don't see anything yet. Nope. Just cobwebs. Anything alive? No, that is just a leaf or something. But I definitely need to get rid of all this dust. Bust out the vacuum and the cloth. Gave the head a wipe down. It looked fairly similar, but it's looking a little fresher now. It would be kind of cool also to paint the neck orange. Oh, it's a little split here. I might need to fix that. Glue and clamp. But I don't know if I... oh, you know what? That would be cool. When I had Jamie's room painted orange for her Bengals room, it'd be cool if I actually had some of that left. Oh, no, that's not orange back there. Then that would potentially work, but we'll see. We'll see. But time to get rid of all this dust. Alright, I gave everything on the outside a preliminary vacuuming and managed to prop up the playfield into the floor joists as usual. So now I can get a better look at what is going on inside. I already noticed one whammy. Then I thought I better hit record so we can check out all the whammies together. Whoa! What is going on here? Okay then. More whammies than I thought. I just spotted this. Interesting hack. It is tied into test point 4. And then look at this. Instead of a fuse, we have what do you call it? Fuse breaker. So that anytime the fuse blows, you just hit the button and don't worry about why it's blowing. And something is going on here. Anyway, this kind of screams. This connector's been done. This connector is roasted. Yeah, this kind of screams new rectifier board, doesn't it? What is this? Here. And here. And why? Is this a resistor that's missing? I think that's what it is. Well, that ain't good. I think it's one of those white rectangular sand resistors is missing completely. So, yeah, okay. We're going to have to start from scratch on this guy. Start with a new power supply, which I believe I have one in stock, so that's a bit of a bonus. And we're missing a tilt bob, no biggie, I should have one. This ground strap is off. Not sure where it's supposed to go. Oh, it's supposed to go there, and that is secured with a screw for the side rail. I'm just going to buy nails from Marco. That's what Kevin has done in the past and has advised me where he got them. New side rail nails, and pop them in. So don't think I'm going to be finding the screws for that. What about the other side? See, yeah, that's a bigger hole. That should be for a screw. And maybe this one too. Is there a ground strap? Yeah, there we are. Okay, so maybe if I can find the right screws, then I will put that back. Okay, so that is not concerning. Varistor is not blown, so that's good. Oh, look what I found. Said sand resistor. Yeah, I'm not sure how that happens, but that ain't good. Okay, we won't be doing any powering on today, that's for sure. And as for other goodies, there's really nothing. Oh, wait a minute. Another sand resistor? What the hell? What's this? Oh, you know what that is? That is a foot for a pop bumper, I believe. I don't know if that ring on it is part of it or not, but that's good to have. I don't know if those are even available if you wanted to buy those. So someone was rebuilding pop bumpers or fixing them. And just a couple miscellaneous screws. Really not much else to speak of in here. But power switch appears to be fine. So other than tilt bob and power supply, everything else there seems okay. What about the bottom of the play field? See if we can spot anything. We have a new coil here. Oh, someone replaced all the flipper coils. Well, that's kind of a bonus, I believe, because those would normally be the yellow style, I'm pretty sure. So I think those have been replaced. Judging by the soldering jobs, I would say, yeah, that's probably the case. So that even looks like a newer coil stop. So yeah, compared to this one, it's a different style. Oh, and that one, another different style. So the flippers are gonna obviously need some attention. The most attention probably of anything on this machine. 3 drop target banks, 3 pop bumpers, 2 slings, so, and 1 kick out hole here. But yeah, okay. That is, I don't really see anything, you know, too horrible. So while we're at it, why don't we take a look inside the back box. Alright, here's a look at the back of the back glass. You can see the touch-ups that were done. And you can get a good look at the cracking of the paint. You know, it is what it is, a little flaking at the bottom. All in all, not too bad for this era stern. I've seen Nugent's where almost the entire paint was worn off except for Nugent himself, which actually looked pretty cool, by the way. Okay, so here's what we got going on in here. Take a quick peek at this and then I'm going to wrap up this video. We have a super monster sized capacitor here that barely even fits in that space, so that's interesting. The transistors look fine. These chips haven't been replaced, so that's good. These connectors look good. So solenoid driver, I think we're in good shape. MPU, we do have, getting in here, it's a little tight. Not too much battery damage, really none, I guess, to speak of. So the board looks pretty good overall. I don't see any areas of concern. The connectors are looking good. We got the soundboard over here, which also looks fine. Doesn't look like it's been worked on. And the lamp driver, which is not usually ever really a problem. Might have to change a couple transistors, but it appears to be okay. And then here's that hacked in connector that goes to the power supply that we will put the normal connector back on. This will also get redone because that ain't good. And then this connector here is original. Oh, and in good shape, and thank goodness, because I hate trying to repin these things. I just don't have success with these. Okay. And then this goes to here. That didn't need to be disconnected. And yeah, so I think, well, look at this. This solenoid driver is kind of warped. It's got quite the bow on it. I don't know if you can really see that, but oh, and it's just kind of like jammed in with this wood screw. And this wood screw, oh yeah, interesting. Yeah, so I'm getting dinged, so I'm gonna wrap up this video. But this big game needs some work, but that's okay. I am up for the challenge, and you know, all in all, it should turn out pretty good. I'm excited about the powder coating. Yeah, so Stern Big Game. This is the new project, so we'll see you on the next one, and wish me luck. Oh, and by the way, I think I found out what happened to the back glass. I mean, playfield glass. Yeah, it turned into diamonds. Alright, one last thing. I just started doing some vacuuming of the cabinet, and look what I found. It's not a quarter, but it is my traditional 1 coin that I seem to find in every single pinball machine.